Soda Squad, back with another video. I seen the titles going down. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe button for me, please. Y'all see it. Let's get in the video.
But I kind of feel like I look at the list of folks that you know who pardoned during the first term. He granted 237 acts of clemency, 143 pardons, and 94 commutations, including Michael Flynn, Roger Stone, Paul Manafort, Charles Kushner, Steve Bannon, George Papadopoulos, Albert Pirro, and Lil Wayne. Everybody.
I forgot about Lil Wayne.
Yeah. And Lil Wayne.
My thing too is that just a simple fact, like, I feel like it's and I'm gonna be real, it's a whole compilation of KJP even saying that Joe Biden wasn't going to pardon Hunter Biden. And I feel like I knew what these ladies were going to do. I knew they were going to do that whole comparison thing. Anytime it's about anybody, Joe Biden, Hunter Biden, Kamala, anybody that is not supporting Trump, that's against Trump, you know, they have to compare what Trump did or what Trump does. Oh, I don't know what just happened. What Trump did or what Trump does. And it's crazy to me. You know, it absolutely is crazy to me that they can sit here each and every day. And it can be just like this situation. We talking about Joe Biden pardoning his son. They are automatically, okay, time to bash Trump.
So it is a president's prerogative. You know, people can say, oh, why are you doing that? But that's what presidents do every time. They do it every time they pardon somebody. So I'm not sure why the pearl clutching is happening now, except that that's what folks want to do. But it seems kind of foolish. You kind of knew he was going to do it, given all that's happened, but maybe I'm just kooky.
So I see this one a little bit differently, and some of you know this, but I grew up with an immediate family member who was in and out of jail for addiction-related offenses when I was growing up, and now a decade later, clean, have their life together, serve their time, are still dealing with the consequences. Inability to vote at time, paying restitution, working to get your record expunged, not being able to be eligible for certain employment. Most Americans, if they face consequences for actions that they...
I'm going to stop her right there because I have family members like that, and I'm sure everybody does. Or it might even, be yourself, that's going through something or has to go through an addiction, drug addiction or alcohol or through the system, anything like that. One thing that I can say, the people that, are cleaned and got themselves clean, working on getting themselves clean and this, that, and the other. One thing about it, how I look at everything, I try to find a positive out of everything. So regardless to, the downfall, you're going to have trouble finding a job. You're going to have, you can't vote. You can't do that. One thing about it, bro, I don't care what nobody say. You did it. You know what I mean? Regardless to what anything, I try to find good out of everything, out of anything negative. Yes, this person had a drug addiction, had, a gambling addiction, alcohol, or, something's going on, that they did this and they fixed themselves. You know what I mean? I always try to find a good out of everything. You know what I mean? So one thing about it, that person got themselves clean, fixed what they need to fix, got themselves right with God. You know what I mean? It's a lot of things, and being grateful and blessed to be here. You know what I mean? To be alive, to be, great, to be. So I look at that too. And I want to stop her there, before she got into all they mess they about to get into, but
they're going to have to face them, and nobody powerful and politically connected is going to come sweep in and save them. And I think, this feeds the notion to a lot of this country that there's simply a different set of rules for folks in power. And when we sit here and we say a lot like, well, Donald Trump did X, Y, and Z, and how did he get elected? Because to a lot of this country, it just becomes noise. They think that if you commit crimes and somebody powerful and connected in D.C., right, left, center, Biden, Trump, you're going to be able to get away with it if you have someone on your side, and that's not how it is for everyday folks. Secondly, I take issue with lying about it. I wanted to ask him here when he came on The View, but the thought was he said so many times he wasn't going to pardon him. That to me is lying to the public. I felt bad for Karine Jean-Pierre that she repeatedly had to say that he wasn't going to pardon him. This is why people don't trust Washington. That's why they don't trust politicians. And I know a lot of us like Joe Biden, but I find it disappointing and bad for our institutions.
Well, look.
I'm just saying, y'all. When I be saying that and people be going against me and being like, Rick, I don't think she does. I don't think she supports Trump. I don't think, listen, me personally, yes. And you can tell just by how Whoopi is. First of all, Alyssa's done talking, bro. She's done talking. Whoopi is staring, giving her a death stare. And it got immediately quiet because they wasn't expecting her to say that. Look at Anna. They're mad. I wanted to ask them that. You know what I mean? Me personally, I'm not surprised about it. He'd say he didn't. We knew that. You know what I mean? Even months before, we knew what was going to happen.
A lot of us like Joe Biden, but I find it disappointing and bad for our institutions.
Well, look, I think sometimes, unfortunately, in this country, there are two sets of justice, right? I, too, have many family members convicted of felonies, marijuana, related to marijuana. They haven't been able to get positions in certain places. They haven't even been able to get housing in certain places. When I applied to be a federal prosecutor, there was a checkbox. If you're a felon, explain the circumstances, and you were more than likely not to get that. Now, as Whoopi said, that we have a convicted felon in the White House. Gosh. Those questions should not be asked of anyone, anytime, anywhere. Well, that is the bottom line. That policy needs to be changed. The other thing is, Trump did escape responsibility for all his crimes. He's nominating Charles Kushner, who he pardoned, as you mentioned, as the ambassador to France. Do you know what a nice, cushy job that is that any felon would like? And, so pleased with the hypocritical pearl clutching by this country. Eric Holder, I think, said it really well. No U.S. attorney
She's the biggest hypocrite
would have charged this case given the underlying facts that have been investigated for 5 years. Less than, get this, 0.09% of people are indicted, prosecuted, charged, and found guilty of lying on a gun form. The only reason that Hunter Biden was gone after and charged, indicted, and found guilty was because his name wasn't Joe Smith, it was Hunter Biden. And that's... She keeps
saying that though, bro. She keep on want to say it. She just said, if y'all watch the last video, she said she's saying this in a different shows, whatever they got going on. Cause honestly, this show, I'm like I say all the time, I'm surprised it's still on. But I'm just saying though, like she keep on saying all because his name was Hunter Biden, bro. We're not gonna talk about the other stuff. I only want to talk about the other stuff because, like I always say, I love my channel. But as soon as you say anything that with a lap in the top, then it's an issue. It's a problem. It's other, man. I'm telling y'all, bro. It's so many things, bro. So many things, and she's talking about all because his name is Hunter Biden, bro. She's killing me with this.
Because his name wasn't Joe Smith, it was Hunter Biden. And that's the truth of it. You've got Eric Holder saying it. You've got former prosecutors like myself saying it. So,
why didn't he admit it earlier?
Wait. I think one of the reasons why he didn't admit it earlier was because he didn't know that the felon-in-chief would become the next president.
They have no whatsoever chemistry within this show. No, they have nothing. Like they just sit here and argue because they honestly, like I said before, they all have different beliefs. They all don't agree. 100%. They all don't agree. My thing is, how is she sitting here? Man, that's one other thing. How are they comparing, and why would they compare Hunter Biden and Trump? Like how? Like I'm not understanding it. They doing it a lot. Two different people. Somebody that's actually getting this country together. You know what I mean? From what Hunter Biden dad has done and still doing. And Trump is getting everything together, making things. Then you got Hunter Biden, bro. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Hunter Biden. Somebody that we know. I have to watch what I say on here. So a lot of times y'all see me pausing. That's why. I have to watch what I say. But I'm just saying, though. We didn't cover Hunter Biden a few times. And the things that he's doing with his life and got going on, and the things that he's done and still doing. And they want to compare that man to Trump and what I just don't understand it, y'all. I really don't. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments down below. Definitely appreciate y'all. Much love, everybody. Catch y'all on the next one.